up, guys? It's Charles, co-owner of VPF, where we do a lot of cool shit, okay? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So today we're going to talk about probably one of my favorite cars I put together, and I've put together quite a few at this point. Some jerk off is outside making a bunch of noise. But anyhow, we're going to talk about a 2011 G37 Sedan. I met this guy through another guy that I built a car for, and they were interested in drifting. So I was like, well, let's take you out to the track and see if it's something you really want to throw money into, because once you start, it gets out of control, okay? So let's step outside. I'm going to pull it in for an inspection because we are going drifting this month at Houston Police Academy on the 30th in Houston. And we're all excited. There's quite a few of us going. I'm actually going to be driving my G37 coupe. A lot of testing is going to happen that day because I've never really driven it over 60 miles an hour or a track that has a lot of grip. So I'm very excited. So let's check out the car and see what we got. Modern. Wow, look who's here. This is Ben's 370Z. I'm sure you guys seen a lot of posts about it. It made like 792 or something retarded on the stock motor. So I'm sure it's gonna blow up. I just don't know when, unless he turns it down. But we are gonna be building a pretty wild motor for it. See if we can get to 4 digits. Probably right under, who knows. But anyhow, this is what we came to talk about. Like I said, one of my favorite cars. I don't know if it's just because it's so clean. Usually we all start with beat up chassis. Well, most people, I don't. I try to buy like the nicest car I can before I start. But this one, holy crap. He's already been to 2 events. One of them was a private event that we threw. RIP to Alamo City Motorplex. I am gonna miss that place. But anyhow, that's how things go sometimes, right? So I am gonna do a few things to this while it's here. I haven't really seen it since he street drives it all the time. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to nut and bolt it, make some alignment changes after, you know, some of the last things I saw when he was driving it. I'll probably insert some driving clips. I think I still have some. But other than that, let's get it in, and I'll show you around on the inside as well. All right, so let's take a look on the inside and see what we got, okay? Boom. Ultimate street car things. All right, so stock steering wheel gang for life. We usually try to tell people to keep these things in here if you street drive the car a ton. Me and Ben are retarded, so most of the time we take them out and put aftermarket wheels. And you could probably die if you get in a really bad wreck, but who cares, right? So we got a Chasebays for life handbrake, reverse style. Made a cool little plate here for the oil pressure gauge, because for some reason G37s don't come with any type of monitoring for oil pressure, which makes sense because, you know, galley gaskets, you know, that's how it goes. Really cool fire extinguisher mount. Everything else is absolutely stock. God dang, man, this thing is clean as hell. I wonder how many miles it has. 96,000 miles. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me move this stuff. I put a nice little, you can't really see it, but I put a nice little drift switch in here. It's right there on the bottom. And you click that on. We're in party mode, brother. That is one of the downfalls with some of these newer chassis, is they are so smart. Almost too smart. So in this case, I teed into the yaw sensor, the ground to be specific, and I just put a simple switch. That way when it's time to party, he can just turn it on and we're ready to go. And then when he's ready to go home, vice versa. So let me show you what we got here. It is a VHR, completely bone stock. He is not running our intakes just yet. We are going to be doing quite a bit of power adders down the line, but like I said, he's learning how to drive, so there's no sense in really going, full beans on this thing just yet. That's really for people that are going to compete more, or they're kind of out driving the car, which usually doesn't really happen. I mean, you got to be driving for a long time for that. But anyhow, we got a billet oil pump, replace all the timing stuff inside there, gallery gaskets, resealed everything. That's pretty standard, thing that we offer here, and what we really recommend, just because these things see crazy amounts of temperature on track. And if you really, want to keep your investment alive, like, just spend the money, dude. Like, don't be cheap, because cheap just breaks stuff. And when you break stuff, it gets expensive, and then we're just gonna laugh at you. All right, so got the wheels off. We're gonna take a look at everything and show you guys what's under here. We are using a set of NeoMax Silvers. At the time, there was a huge lead time on a lot of the BC stuff, and that's usually what we recommend. When it came to this vehicle in particular, I wanted a digressive coil. Like, there was nothing else. So talked to some of my friends, Rudy over at Texas Tires and Parts. Guy has a ton of knowledge when it comes to suspension. Sets up FD cars, all kinds of cars. That guy has helped me tremendously since we've started all this. But anyhow, talked to him about it. He told me that the Silvers were a good option. And honestly, this is, like I said, it's the first that I've installed in the car. After driving it, I'm impressed. I mean, I've even considered getting some for my own vehicle. But now BCs are becoming a lot more available, so we'll see. But anyhow, check it out. So NeoMax Silvers, the thing I like the best, or the most rather, is these little Johnnies right here. So if you've installed coilovers, it has like this ridiculous lock ring. You have to use spanners, you can bust your knuckles, all kinds of fun stuff. But really all you have to do is lower this lock ring, and then I used a number 7 Allen head bit, and I was able just to kind of turn it. It was really nice. It made it a dream to adjust. And as far as angle goes, it's very simple. Stock tie rod, right? No rack spacer, which is kind of cool. And it's utilizing a FDF mini kit. Very simple, very similar to GK Tech style angle. Which I'm not a fan of, but for some reason FDF got this one figured out. Drives pretty good, makes a little bit of noise because the Heims or whatever, but it's drifting, so like, who cares? Other than that, another white line bar. Always get sway bars on these G's and Z's, man. Like, they're really heavy. It got a full JWT flywheel clutch kit with their CSE. I do like their CSEs because it utilizes all the stock piping. I don't like to make things complicated, man. A lot of people like these C-Max that have these brackets and external this and that, and I'm just like, bro, it's just a waste of... Shut up, watch. It's more trouble than it needs to be, in my opinion. I mean, it's a street car. You're going drifting on the weekends. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't get crazy. Still has stock cats. Well, not a stock exhaust, but some weird Stillen exhaust. Very small tubing, but it moves, man. We did do a street tune via Ecutek. We have no idea what it makes, but I'm guessing it's in a 318 range. That's usually what we see with a healthy motor on 93. So yeah, pretty simple deal here. Let's step to the back and check out where the magic happens. Boy, this is absolutely excessive for a dual caliper setup, but the FDF kit is what we used. Shout out to Drift HQ, FDF. Those guys get us everything we need. Very good guys. But anyhow, like I said, it utilizes a stock caliper. So I found these via, I think AutoZone O'Reilly's, I don't know, a couple $100 for the pair, lifetime warranty. So if they ever fail, drop it off, get a new one. Who cares, right? Let's see, NeoMax Aggressive. We are on a 7K spring. In hindsight, I'll probably go lower on this car, maybe with like a BC spring or something similar. The only downside with these, I don't know if you can see because it's kind of dark, is you can see how wide the spring the spring itself is, and it kind of gets in the way when you're trying to put that little 12 on up there. So I didn't really have a problem because I have like really cool sockets and tools to kind of get in there, but for the normal consumer, it might make you guys cry a little bit. Actually, I know one person who cried about it, but all you need to do is swap the spring and you're good, okay? Let's see, as far as the arms go, we use Vpftuning. Shout out to them. We recommend these on almost all street cars, even some of the guys that are a little bit more competitive. Reason being is when you do tap somebody or somebody taps you in the rear end, the main failure point is this fork right here. And they're like 25 bucks, maybe cheaper, I don't know. And Voodoo will send you just what you need to replace it. And we've done it many times at the track, here at the shop, doesn't matter, okay? On these, you don't necessarily have to extend the traction rod. So simple stock arms are cool. When I do other videos on some of the 350Zs, you'll see where this is different, okay? There is a reason behind it. I'm not gonna give you all, you know, the specs and everything, because go figure that out on your own. But yeah, now move around. The diff. So it had a stock VLS. These cars come with a 3.7 or a 3.699 to be exact. So I disassembled it. I put a Cause Super Q two-way in it. Really cool stuff. You can remove the output, wash my finger, my bad. You can remove this stub here, put a 17mm socket, and you can change the torque level to where it locks. So that's really cool. We always try to, you know, recommend parts to customers to where, say if he does drive this, you know, often, gets really good and he wants to go compete, we can do weird things, you know, if it's raining, whatever. Pretty standard stuff. Subframe bushing. We recommend the PBM solid ones. You don't need a diff brace. I've done 2-3 years of hardcore driving in my old 350Z with no diff brace, never broke anything. So that's a myth. It's just cool stuff, you know. Support your friends if they make them, buy them, you know, whatever. Other than that, it's a pretty simple setup, right? I am gonna insert some clips on this car driving around track. But that's pretty much it, guys. I am gonna be doing a lot more, I'd say, breakdowns on some of the cars we do. I get tons and tons of questions, like on Instagram, email, hey, what did you use, yada, yada, yada. So as we move forward in 2022, I did make a promise to myself that I was gonna be a little bit more active on my YouTube. We have a lot of good content that I think people would like to see. So it's going to go all the way from drifting, all the events I'll be doing this year. The one I'm most excited about is Drift Week 5. I will be taking out my personal G37 coupe out there. Going to be street driving it to the East Coast. I think it's like 9 tracks in like 11 days or something crazy. I'm a little nervous because I am going to supercharge the car prior, so gotta hope this thing stays together. But yeah, please like and subscribe. I think that's what they say, right, Ben? Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get my 12 views today. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys want to see something that we do here. Specifically, we do a lot of tuning, a lot of fabrication. Yeah. Ben's always doing some wild shit. He just like I said, we just finished this 370Z, made great power. We'll probably do a breakdown on that sometime. He doesn't want to do it, so I'll probably do it for him. And yeah, so we'll go from there, guys. Y'all have a good one.